So that's it. That's it. Europe is done. Seems to be done. At least it's what Asmongold is saying here on this video. So Europe is done. This is it by Asmongold TV. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's watch
Welcome to Paris. This is the Paris they don't show you on TV.
No, you can't tell me this is Paris. This is Lomé or Côte d'Ivoire.
For very obvious reason, at bad.
That's Paris? Oh,
I saw a few videos already.
There's a lot of black people there. Yep.
It's like I'm in Nigeria or Africa or something. What the fuck is this?
It's so full of people, yeah. So full of people. Oh my god.
You like Paris, bro? No, bro.
Wait a minute. So this guy went to Paris to get a...
Oh, wait. I understood that right? Like the guy went to Paris and he doesn't like Paris? Why? What?
away? No shot. Oh no.
This is a real Paris. No.
Wow. Paris is full. I don't know. I don't know how a lot of them got there. I have no idea.
You know, Paris.
This is the Paris they don't show on TV. I guess so.
So here is
Oh my god. Wow. Well, there it is, guys. Look at the dent on the guy's forehead. And, yeah, illegally? I mean, I guess so. I mean, I have no idea if these people are here legally or not. I mean, I think probably it's a mix. But, yeah, I don't know what's going on over in Europe. It sure seems like they have a lot of migrants there, I'll tell you that.
You feel like the UK is becoming an anti-white country?
Yeah.
You're not wrong. If you're
Or they are that illegally, or like the government of France like make it very, very easy for them to go there legally. Like so easy that everyone is able to. Something like that. I'm not aware as well.
teacher in Wales, you get paid
Welsh government offers 5,000 more to student teachers from ethnic minorities.
Oh my god.
And this is actually from the government itself? Not just from like some private organization?
£5,000 less a year if you're white. Any other ethnicity and they'll pay you more. The fourth biggest police force in the UK.
Blocks white applicants to boost diversity. Encourages black and Asian candidates to apply early to become police constables before jobs opened up to others.
Banned white people from hiring. The biggest bank in Europe funded £2 million to 30 Oxford scholarships. And guess what are the qualifications to make it in?
Oh my god.
Let me see what they were.
What they are? To be eligible for a Stormzy scholarship, applicants must have one of the following categories of ethnicity: Black African, Black Caribbean, Black Other, Mixed White and Black Caribbean, Mixed White and Black African, Other Mixed Black backgrounds, to include Black African, Black Caribbean, or Black Other. Wow, he's saying amazing. So even I could be applying to that, I guess, like, because I mean, my family is mixed with Africans and Aborigine and Italian and Portuguese. It's a whole mix of it. So I would be able to apply to this, I guess. Even though I'm not black at all, I'm very close to white. So yeah.
To be eligible for the Stormzy scholarship, one must have one of the following categories. You basically, so you have to be Black, African, or Black in one way or another. Yeah, this is, I actually think this is what's going to radicalize people more than anything else, is like this like casual normalization of advantages provided to groups of people that somebody is not a part of. I think that's what really radicalizes people faster than anything else.
The biggest
It's absurd. It is
platform in
absolutely
Europe
absurd.
banned white people from applying for a trainee role. Not one, but two members of the Scottish government stood up in front of Parliament and complained about how there was too many white people in and about every role and job and position, even when there's 17 times the amount of people of color in UK Parliament today than there was in 1987.
Yeah, of course.
The UK police force has...
See, this is, I think, the reason why you see a lot of white identity politics that have happened now, It's because a lot of these racial groups have been playing identity politics games and racial identity games forever. And now you have people like, you know, Nick Fuentes fans, etc., that are like, okay, well, if you're going to play the game, we're also going to play the game. And now you have everybody that's playing the identity politics game. And I think this is a bad thing. Like, again, I know that identity matters and people want to have their identity reinforced and everything like that. But the moment that you start adding privileges and benefits to being of an identity, well, then you're going into very dangerous territory. And I think that's very clearly what's going on here, right? They might not like it. Yeah, people are not going to like whenever everybody has a racial identity, especially whenever it's the majority race has a racial identity. Because when they do that, they're going to get together and make decisions that are disadvantageous for racial minorities, right?
They want to cause a civil war. That's pretty much clear. I think it's everywhere. They are doing all of this in purpose to make people like revolt and start a indiscriminated war. You know, this is what I feel. Okay, these are my feelings about the reality. Okay, I think they are planning, and this is not just in Europe. I think they plan this for the entire world. So the EU start to have a havoc everywhere, you know, and something they will need to do something about that. And I wonder what it is. I wonder, for example, wait a second. I wonder, for example, I'm sorry guys, I was opening another video to show you guys. So I wonder what is it that for example, billionaires are building doomsday bunkers. I wonder why. If they are responsible for everything that has been happening in society together with the government. So I wonder why they're building bunkers to them. Like, oh, it's because it's just like, well, I have money and, well, let's suppose that happens, right? No, they know that is gonna happen. They won't be throwing away money with just a possibility for the future to defend themselves, you know? Oh my God! Let's take a look, on this to see what is this about.
Realistically, a cataclysmic doomsday event is probably not going to happen in our lifetimes, but if it does, don't worry, ultra-rich people will be fine.
Yeah, don't worry.
Because
Yeah, I
apparently,
bet
tech
they will.
billionaires are buying up luxurious bunkers and hiring military security to survive a societal collapse. Everyone from Jeff Bezos to Elon Musk to Mark Zuckerberg is buying up secret bunkers they can run to in the event of a cataclysmic disaster.
I wonder
That's
why,
right, today
guys.
we're
I
talking
wonder
about
why.
billionaires building bunkers. Bucko. And we've got
Billionaires
some insight into what these
building
billionaires might be
bunkers.
thinking thanks to the author
Bucko.
Douglas Rushkoff, who received an invitation to give a talk to a small group of ultra-wealthy men that bombarded him with questions like Bitcoin or Ethereum, virtual reality or augmented reality, who will get quantum computing first, China or Google? I feel like these are the questions you would get asked if you were on a bad date with a tech bro.
They said Alaska or New Zealand, meaning where should they situate their bunkers for the event?
Yeah, for some reason, New Zealand is a really popular spot for billionaires building underground bunkers. If things take a turn for the worse, I guess there's going to be a bunch of billionaires living in the hills of New Zealand like hobbits, which is ironic because they're really more like Smaug sitting on his pile of gold. The billionaires also ask questions like, should a shelter have its own air supply? I'd
Oh
go
my
with yes
God.
on that one. Like if an independent air supply is an option, why not just do it? This is doomsday we're talking about here. It's not the time to get cheap. Now, if you're wondering, how would rich people maintain control of their security force after their money is worthless? Well, they're wondering the same thing.
The question we ended up spending the majority of time on was, how do I maintain control of my security force after my money is worthless?
I think the solution is simple. Inside your secret bunker, you just build another even secreter bunker that you can escape to if your security force tries to overthrow.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh, that's so good. That's a genuine question, to be honest. When there are plans to see then like they decrease the humanity for I don't remember the number that these like megalomaniacs these genociders want to diminish to, but they have a number and they want to decrease to that. And I think that it's a small number compared to the world nowadays. It's a very small number, but it's still a lot of people. Not to the world, because even now we are not like enough to the world yet. Like if we gather all people of the world in one place, like you see that it's still not a lot of people around. Even though it looks like to us we forget about the stuff. It's not that much, and it's decreasing already. Will be decreasing on the last week, but I think they have this need to do, because they're not gonna live forever. They're not. So they have plans to live their happy lives like with a very small population yet on their lifetime. So they are planning something big, in my opinion. Okay. You can call me whatever you want. In my opinion, they are planning something big to the next years. You can see and feel that. You just don't know, like me, what is coming. We don't know, but we know something is coming. I think everyone with 2 brain cells knows that. Someone even bigger and even worse than everything we've seen is coming. And it's coming fast. And this is why they are building bunkers. I have no idea, but I think they want, to create a civil war, a total state of disaster and loss of all hope and etc. So they can do whatever they want. Like with the world itself, we need to bring back order or some stupidity like that. And they will be at the bunkers when that happens. I don't know. I'm just supposing many possibilities on this, but this is just one of the ones that I'm thinking right now. Okay, let's get back to the main video there.
That's what's going to happen. And I think that something like, the American equality, or at least to the extent that we have it, can only really exist to the extent that people don't see themselves as a race first. They have to see themselves as Americans first, and then as that race second. And I think that to the extent that they make decisions based off of racial boundaries, you're going to basically have, again, an ethno-state in a long enough time frame, right? That's what's going to happen.
Spent 15 million trying to lower the number of white people they employ.
It's gonna happen,
the Royal Air Force got their emails leaked in which applicants were described as useless white males.
It's all on purpose. They are seeking just unrestricted chaos. That's it that they are searching for. All of this is being enforced and, trolled over us all the time. Every day it gets worse. Every day they do even more terrible shit. This is all on purpose. This is building up, and then like some stupid countries like UK, for example, decide to censor the entire internet. And then you have Google saying that will follow through because, just like one nation decided, so I have to cop their orders to the entire world because I don't have any choice. So they will cop that and all the companies will cop that. Everyone will lose anonymity. So we cannot fight against all this stupidity anymore, we'll lose our freedom of speech that we lost already. People just didn't realize that. It just less terrible in United States, but you guys already, even US, you guys don't have freedom of speech anymore. It's an illusion. If you think you have, try to say what, this very, this stuff that they blame the ultra-right wing grifter of say, try to say that online. Try to record a video saying that stuff. Huh? Why don't you try? I bet that something's gonna happen for you. I bet. I don't know if it will be something legal, like someone arrest you or whatever, or if you're gonna be processed for many people, or if someone is gonna find you and unalive you, or something will happen to you. And you know that. Okay? But of course, people like Hassan can do whatever they want. Nothing happens. Yeah, you can even electrocute your dog and it's fine. Oh my god, this is so ridiculous. This is so ridiculous. It's all planned. I've been saying this for months. It's all planned. Oh my god, my throat. It's all planned. It was all their plan to begin with. Big corpus in government since ever, since like decades and decades ago.
God forbid they would have replaced the word white with anything else. Non-white people who apply for NHS jobs have their CVs shortlisted, so being white means it's slower and less likely you get the job. White people have become a minority in at least 8 out of 51 English cities, and this number kept increasing since 2001. White British children are now a minority in 1 in 4 schools. So Now they're disappearing from our education system. 50% of all victims in racial attacks since 2006 has been white. Former member of the Labour government, Naz Shah, liked and retweeted a post on Twitter that said white girls who have been abused and exploited by Pakistani men should shut their mouths for the sake of diversity.
This is why I kept saying that I think the EU is going to elect somebody that's really bad pretty soon. I think this is radicalizing so many people. It's radicalizing a lot of people, and I think that by
And it's coming to US. Just look at what is happening with New York. Yeah, it's gonna happen there. It's gonna happen here. It's happening here already. You guys know the situation of my country very well. Like, it's everywhere. Everyone knows. So yeah, we are near to become Venezuela, the next Venezuela. To be honest, we already are, but the Venezuela on the beginning of the of the chaos. We are just at the same pace. I will give like 1, maybe 2 more years of this disaster here for us to become just the same.
By the time everybody realizes it and they cut out doing this stuff, I think it's going to be too late. I do, and I think you can see the reaction, like just very, very recently, the reaction to, like, for example, like Ben Shapiro's video that he did yesterday talking about how bad Nick Fuentes was, and it's like Nick Fuentes talking about like all the racist stuff and sexist stuff, and then all the comments are just agreeing with him. They're just agreeing. They're like, yeah, we actually do feel this way about, like, black people or about, like, Muslims or something like that. And I think that whenever you're in that situation, and they've put themselves in that situation, they've put themselves there. That's it. By playing these games, by doing this stuff, it is totally radicalized people. Absolutely. It's not radicalism. It's dishonest to say it. It's a response and defense to imposition.
Yeah, people are becoming more racist. People are becoming... And it doesn't matter. I mean, we know that the data shows that they are actually correct in that statement. It's not like all of them indiscriminately or like that, Oh, like, even though, like, they are not even half. So what about all the other people that have this color, But it doesn't matter. They are like consequences. They will all get screwed as well. Black, white, everyone, you guys will fight each other. Everyone will fight each other. Black against white, white against black, yellow, purple, all the fucking colors you can think of. All the religions you can think of. And that's what they want. Divide and conquer. The most old and simple plan ever. And it's working. Because they have the power and they have the money. They have the monopoly of the violence. So they can keep pushing things however they want for the entire world, and we can do nothing. We can just watch and be like just a collateral effect in all of what they decide to us. That's the reality. That's the truth.
You're saying that, like, it's not radical because it's just people responding to what other people are doing to them? Okay, well, this is my outlook on it. I think this is radical, and I think they're...
And it doesn't even matter if you want to play this game or not, and if you are aware of this like I am saying to you or not. Because someday you will be walking on the street or whatever, and someone will come and just stab you. Or shot you or whatever. Because this is how things are nowadays. This is has been happening in my country as well. It's not exclusive to you guys anymore. It has been happening since the, that thing that happened that the entire world, I'm trying to not say much about it because, I don't live in a free country. That Asmogel reacted to, that happens in a certain country, Yeah, that a lot of very bad people were unalived in mass. So yeah, after that, the type of stuff that has been happening in US, like about people just being murdered without no reason at all, it started happening here. I mean, it always happened, but usually people assaulted you or something, and then you do nothing and they gunshot you. But now they are just going after you to kill you. That's it, And also they are invading people's homes and taking them out of their homes. And like, imagine you have your house for 20, 30 years. They just go to your house and put you out of it and stay with your house for that. Like, they just rob your house entirely. And government does nothing. You don't recover your house. Okay, that's it.
Radical. I think all of this is radical. So, but you're right, is that it is a radical response to a radical action.
Test bosses now have to explain why they hired a white person. 12-year-olds are getting singled out and expelled from school for wearing clothing that celebrates British culture on Culture Day.
Oh, school apologized too. That means they said they're wrong.
The highest paid female footballer in the UK was caught on camera calling a police officer stupid and white. The UK government have attempted to ban the British flag to stop white British people
I've seen this a lot recently.
being proud and celebrating their culture, but every single other ethnicity and nationality can do so. Apparently, Britain's Olympic team is too white, and our women's football team. The
she was white
Equality
as well.
Act 2010 allows the practice of positive discrimination, which is their
positive discrimination. That's like dry water.
ability to hire someone of color over a white person, even if they both have the same qualifications.
Spicy mayonnaise.
Because they are someone of color. The UK justice system was due to implement laws that would make vulnerable members of society, women,
I think this didn't go through.
People of color, be granted more lenient sentences to account for systemic
That's scary.
biases. Islamic terrorists can complain about jails being too white, and they'll be moved to another jail. So it wouldn't happen the other way around. Save and share this video the next time you get into a conversation with someone that believes white privilege and systemic racism against people of color exists today in the UK.
And I think that the reason why, I mean, this guy's smart for saying this too, because I think that really a lot of people that are minorities in those areas realize, and they see where this is going, right? They see how this is radicalizing people. They see how everybody's getting mad about it, etc. And when it gets bad enough, then you are going to see people start popping off, people getting elected that are genuinely racist and being negatively affected. Damn straight we do. Yeah, and I respect this a lot because, again, I think that really it's not about really what identity you are. It's about you don't want to have a system and a culture that allows the denigration of one group of people exclusively, right? And if you have that, you're going to have that group of people that are just very extremely angry. Like, I'll give you a great example, right? I don't know if it's a great example, but it's an example. And it's like a lot of black people now, even here in the United States, have resentment to white people for things that had happened generations ago. Things like slavery or things like Jim Crow or segregation. And the fact is that those things did happen, and there is a generational resentment that builds up over time with groups of people. So it's not like the moment that you get rid of this, all of these problems are going to go away. No, this is something that's going to continue going on, and the people that had to experience this will carry those beliefs forward, and they will teach their children those same beliefs, right? Yeah, nobody hates this more than illegal immigrants that did the whole process to integrate with society. Well, yeah. And then because the illegal immigrants are the ones that are getting lumped in with these bad actors. I think that's the reason why illegal immigrants have such a big problem with it, right? And Tony Robinson acquitted for all of all charges under the Terrorism Act.
Here, just what they said.
Well, good for him. He was charged for terrorism because he refused to give his phone's PIN number.
What?
What's been the outcome? The outcome's been found that
this guy's been. I feel like we've been talking about this guy getting arrested for like 10 years almost.
Police discriminated against me based on my belief and my political beliefs. Now, my grievance now, well, not my grievance. First of all, thank you, Elon Musk. Thank you, Elon Musk, because if it wasn't for Elon Musk, why is it took an American businessman to fight for our justice here and our fight against terrorism charges for journalists?
Yeah, true.
Now, over there in a minute, it's going to come the journalists, the mainstream media. Go back now. If you want to see if you can trust the media, go back now and read the media's. Read what they said about this trial. When I was on trial, read what they said. Read the headlines, read the news that they give out, and then read the judge's judgment. right? Because all those journalists sat on that trial, they knew the police acted unlawfully, they knew they acted illegally, they admitted it in court, and none
Oh
of the
my
journalists
God,
told you that.
man.
None of them. They were hoping they had another bench judge that would rule against me, and then you, the public, would know nothing. That judge's verdict is a slam down against the police, an absolute.
Man.
Read what he says, yeah? Read what he says, read about their evidence. It was corrupt, it was unlawful. For me, I'm frustrated still. I should be happy. I'm not happy because I shouldn't be put through this time and time again. I walked out of this court last year at a cost of £53,000.
Well, good for him.
Not guilty. I've just walked out again. This is nearly £100,000 been spent on this case. What for?
I think the big problem with all this is the fact that the media misrepresents it. That's the main problem. Like, it's not really about whether, oh, well, is this a a bad thing or a good thing? Like, yeah, obviously it's bad. But like, whenever you have like a media apparatus that's dedicated to misrepresenting facts and information, then I think you have a very, very big difference and you have an actual real problem. And I think that's very clearly what's been going on here, right? More than anything
that's
else.
what has been going here for a long time already.
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody was recording this and that's what happened. And what's it like living in the UK? I can't complain. That's good. No, I mean, I can't complain because I might go to jail. Oh, really? What's the emergency? Someone's telling the truth on Twitter. Well, this is what's happened, right? I mean, good for him. I mean, anytime that somebody gets arrested and, for just saying something stupid or saying something that's considered, against the speech law and they, get away with it, I think that's generally a good thing unless it's like violence or doxing, right? I mean, like, that's my mindset. I mean, I hope that more people see this, and I think it's radicalized a lot of people what's happened, right? Where people are getting arrested for expressing distrust with like mass migration and stuff like that. And that's the way I see it. This is generally why the public sentiment has shifted. We've gone from one news source, however, to many.
They literally want to force people into accept illegal immigrants, or it doesn't matter if they are legal because they can make the process so easy that they become legal. They are forcing this over people at any way or form. It's insane. Well, at least this is a problem that my country is not gonna have. After all, my country is all open for everyone. Like, but my country is so good that no one wants to come here. Yeah, so we have people from all types of colors, all types of religions, all types of whatever thing you wanna think of, but people don't wanna come here. I wonder why, right? But yeah, people wanna go to Europe. I wonder.
Due to YouTube and Twitch. Well, it's because...
In fact, people are debating here. People are living here.
It's because mainstream media misrepresents information. Mainstream media very rarely actually lies, but what they do instead of lying is they misrepresent information in a way that is just totally inaccurate, right? And I think that's the main problem that a lot of people have with it, is that, for example, like, they'll show Joe Rogan talking about, the ivermectin thing, but they'll put a filter over him that makes him look like like he's green. Or they'll show like some guy who's like 28 years old, and this guy was like a career criminal for the last 8 years, but they'll show his high school yearbook photo where he was still a good boy, right? And that will be, again, to misrepresent the person in the public's eye and to make the public angry at the government or angry at the police for shooting this person, right? And I think that's really where a lot of the hostility and the anger comes from. I think that we all know that, like, yeah, the government's going to have bad rules, etc. But why is it that you have a media apparatus that's constantly running cover for them and actively trying to misrepresent what happens? And I think that's the...
Because the media works for the government. Who would tell that? Who would imagine that? The media is never unbiased. It will never will be. It will always, enforce the ones who pays them the most. And usually, the ones who does that are the leftists, the Democrats, the progressives, So that's how it works. So they only enforce shit. They only enforce bullshit. Because this is what they are interested for, because they receive a lot of money from all the types of means, including corruption, and they love that.
The main issue. is that people don't like being lied to. They don't like being misled. They don't like people telling them one thing and then doing something else. It's the framing of it that's the main issue, right? The Trayvon Martin, yeah, calling George Zimmerman, who is very clearly a Latino, Hispanic man, white also, is just a very, very, very obvious misrepresentation. And I think that like during like the Trayvon Martin and like that's whenever it really started, I think that's the point where I think that the public started to really distrust the media on like a mass scale.
Before we go any further, I want to take this brief moment here to thank all of you, my patrons, for the incredible support to my work here on YouTube, and especially my Three-Tailed Fox tier members, Walloony Wolf, Fenny Sylvy, Heath Rowell, Zalost, Taiashi, SuccubusBait, and your Eaton. Thank you very, very much. You guys are amazing. Also, thanks to everyone who donated to me through Tron and to all of my YouTube members. You can support this channel life and growth with just $5 a month and gain access to many perks. This is less than a burrito. Check out my Patreon, link is in the description below. Yeah, I mean, I think it should be happening already. I don't know why it takes so long. But yeah, that's it. I don't think we have too much stuff about talking more about this. Thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Links below. Support my co-file Tron so I can get the fuck out of here, because as I said before, things are not good here and keep getting worse every single day. So help me out, okay? I wanna leave this fucking terrible country. So thank you for watching. Let's see you on my ArcticFox links on the next one. Bye. And that's it for today, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Ja, mata ne!